Hi, Montana. Thanks so much for raising funds for our Move for Mobility campaign. Thanks to you, so many lives will be transformed. And an extra special thank you to Garen for raising awareness in your community. We couldn't have done it without you.
My son and I were not born with disabilities. We used to be artisan divers. I am Octavio and this is Alfonso. We belong to the Miskita indigenous tribe in the North Atlantic of Nicaragua. For centuries, our people have lived from fishing and diving. My ancestors were divers. I was also a diver for 32 years, and I taught my son Alfonso that way as well. It is a dangerous job that requires diving up to 130 feet deep without equipment in order to obtain the fruit of the depths. When you dive into the waters, you are always aware that it might be the last time. But the responsibility of being the provider drives you to do it. On our last dive, we decided to go deeper than normal to look for our daily lobster. We surfaced too fast, and that's when the day came that we never expected. We both suffer a cerebral embolism. My son Alfonso and I were transferred from the high seas to the hospital in Bilwi, Nicaragua to try to regulate the cerebral decompression in one of the only 2 decompression chambers in my country. But it was too late. The damage to our bodies was done. We had lost our mobility. We have to face the challenge of never walking again. Struggling with the thoughts of, what did we do wrong? Why us? Why both of us? When all seemed lost, and just as my son and I lost our mobility, we regained it. We received our first wheelchairs. We couldn't believe it. The wheelchair not only changed our lives, it enabled us to do everyday things, and we knew we have gotten new legs, a new opportunity. I am thankful to Free Wheelchair Mission for giving us our lives back.
I adopted Dung when he was 4 months old. The doctor diagnosed him with cerebral palsy and told me Dung couldn't walk. His legs were very small. When Dung was 3, I bought him some alphabet toys. He quickly memorized all the letters. Within a year, he was able to read and write quite well. He's a very smart boy. One day, I carried him on my back to a preschool, which is almost a mile away, because he didn't have a wheelchair. I met with the headmaster and told her, despite his disability, Dung is very smart. I ask you to please accept him at this school and teach him. She replied, we don't have enough teachers. Other kids might knock him down when they play. He might get hurt. Dung might be better off staying at home. When he gets well, then he can enroll here. Since Dung couldn't go to school, I kept teaching him at home.
I felt so happy and excited when I received the wheelchair. The wheelchair helps me get to school and play with my friends.
The wheelchair has made a difference for Dung. He can get from home to school more easily without losing too much energy for studying and playing.
When he was in the 4th grade, Dung wrote an essay about his dreams.
I dream of becoming a doctor and helping others like me who live with disabilities.
I am deeply grateful to the local officials, organizations, and donors from around the world who are helping the poor, the sick, and orphans to have a better life and feel more loved. Thank you.
Pendant que je travaille, je fais l'école le matin et puis je vais à l'école pour le 6, 4 heures, tremblement de terre est passé. Les samedis dans la salle de classe. Et puis je suis chita sur un banc et puis le béton a tombé sur le banc derrière moi et puis je me frappe et pressé dans la ceinture. Dans la ceinture, je prends choc. Et presque 5 heures de temps, chita avant l'autre condition moi mettre dehors. Moi, je pense que je ne vais pas bien la vie encore parce que le professeur mourit, je me perdu 2 doigts et puis je me perdu ça et puis il cassé un pied comme ça et puis il cassé bam de chita et puis tout béton qui était sur l'épaule moi. L'église, je me sentis pas. Moi, je viens dans l'autre. Ça fait moi-même travailler avec eux, ils ont une affection et moi-même tout me une affection. Si mon ba leçon il aime qu'on a fait l'école et puis parents yo toujours apprécié m'ba qu'on aime bousculer yo et yo même tout. Mais parce que c'est en classe me qu'on habitué travail et parce que me pas ka aller à coucher ça pas ka prendre roche qui fait me pas aller. J'aime bien que bon Dieu fait et camper pour me déplacer. Pour un rêve, moi, c'est ça me fait moi, je pas qu'à faire. Je continue à faire l'école, mais c'est difficile pour moi. Parce que la différence qu'il fait dans la vie, ça fait content en pile.
And the bolt goes in like, yeah, exactly, from the other side, into the square first.
This is a milestone. It's not only just the 1,000th chair, it's 1,000,000 lives that have been changed.
The young lady that's going to get this wheelchair, her name is Flor, and translated in English is flower.
She received a vaccine as an infant that caused a reaction, and the family didn't have money to take her to a hospital. She had meningitis, she was very sick. The meningitis affected her neurological abilities.
We heard that her mother, who was a very short lady, in the picture we have of her carrying Flora's feet are almost dragging on the ground. And she's going to continue to grow, and her mother's not going to get any taller. So at some point, there's not going to be a lot of carrying going on, and that'll be pretty much the end of Flora's mobility.
The 1,000,000th chair, Peru. Yes. Okay, hold on just a minute. Okay.
This is not the end of a goal. This is the beginning of the next goal for us. So maybe tonight we rest.
Mientras que nosotros esta noche vamos a descansar.
But tomorrow we wake up with even more energy with this team of ours and our friends and supporters from the United States. And now you can go places.
Ahora puedes ir a diferentes lugares. It's a dream that Don had. Of course, not 1 million in Peru, but 1 million wheelchairs, 1 million lives changed, 1 million families that no longer have to carry their family member. 1 million people that are no longer in the dirt.
So you can go to school, continue your education.
Ahora puedes estudiar en colegio.
Naitwa Anne Wahu. Natoka mkoa wa kati ya Kenya. Niko na watoto 3 na walea peke yangu. Mtoto wangu wa pili alizaliwa na shida ya mgongo. Niligundua hivi baada ya miezi 3, baada ya kuona haezi kuinua kichwa chake. Kelvin akiwa mdogo ilinilazimisha kuachana na mume wangu kwa sababu alikuwa anatuchapa na hakutaka kumlea Kevin kwa sababu ya ulemavu wake. Sasa Kevin ana miaka 14. Ingawa imekuwa gumu kumlea na muona kama baraka kwangu. Changamoto kubwa imekuwa kupata kazi ambayo itaniruhusu kumtuza. Sioni kama ni salama kumuacha peke yake nyumbani. Kwa hivyo, mimi hufanya kazi na kwa shamba za watu wengine yenye inaniruhusu kubeba Kevin. Nilikuwa na mbeba mgongo, lakini saa hii amekuwa mkubwa na imekuwa ngumu kwa sababu ya uzito wake. Tulipopata wheelchair imekuwa msaada sana. Kwenda na Kevin pamoja nami imekuwa rahisi. Hata kuenda sokoni imekuwa rahisi sasa. Si hiyo tu, lakini sasa Kevin sasa haezi kaa chini ambapo wadudu ama nyoka wanaweza kumdhuru. Kevin anapokuwa mkubwa, nataka ajue si yeye peke yake ako na huu ulemavu. Pia yeye ni wa baraka kwa familia yetu. Ningetaka kuwatia moyo kwa mama wenye wako na watoto walemavu ya kuwa Mungu anawapea hao watoto wawapende na kustahimili yote kwa upendo.